I've pushed
Right.
the button.
It says there, recording. You're in the recording. It's so high tech, isn't it? Welcome. This is Series 2, Episode 7 of Ladies Wot Pod. We're no longer live. I don't know what semi-existence we're in now then. Following on the dizzy heights of our live show from Lola's Bar 2 weeks ago, which was tremendous fun. Actually, I'm still buzzing about it. It was really good fun, wasn't it, Mrs. Jones? So for those of you who are there and who watch us regularly, don't need to be introduced as to who we are, but we might have new people, and in which case I'll tell you who we are. I am Lis Saunders, and I am chairman of the Saint Supporters Club, Chief Halo General, all-round mini Sherpa when necessary. Have my own, it's not actually mine, but I have a GoPro that I'm going to be a demon with when we get going with that, whizzing around the place with that. And that's it. And I live in sunny South Northants, and it is sunny today. And half of Ladies Wot Pod. And you are?
I'm Claire Jones. I am one of the team of photographers at Saints, Bedford Blues and Loughborough Lightning. And I'm normally found with a red hat on my head. The reason that we didn't pod last week, we obviously released the live show, is it's been a busy few days, hasn't it, Mrs. S?
Because we've very busy.
A big event. A big event.
Yeah. Big event. Bigger even. Yeah, I was going to say bigger even than Ladies Wot Pod Live.
Yeah. Yeah. Although the IT department fraternising with another pod. What's going on there? Good afternoon, ladies, from a polite notice. But, get your own IT department nicking ours. Anyway, I am still... What? Anyway, where?
Have you got the photographs?
Have we got the photographs? I have got photographs. I'm not going to show them this afternoon.
The Ladies Wot Pod in the photo booth photograph.
Oh, right. Oh, should I get those? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
I think so. Ladies Wot Pod off duty.
Oh, Lord. I've got to rummage in my handbag now. This is no good. Yeah, there's
should have given a notice, really, of this.
You should have given me notice. Yeah, here we go. So they had, at the wedding, they had one of those photo booth things, which I think the IT department really got on with, didn't they?
I think they showed a whole other side to themselves.
We go. Here's us. And then there's us with the hold on, let's get this right. Us with the IT department. There we go.
The IT department.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as you can see, a terrible time was had by all. But congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Cooper.
Yeah. Lovely do.
It was a good do, wasn't it? It was a good do. But it does mean that I'm slightly still. Yes. It was a busy weekend. More of which shortly. So there we go. Yes. So congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. C. Why are you watching this? Why aren't you enjoying your honeymoon? Anyway, right. So we've had a few games, haven't we?
We have. We've been hither and yon, as well as weddings and Ghent. I went to Ghent.
You went to Ghent. Yes, you went to Ghent.
Well, the wedding. Now there is logic behind this, ladies and gentlemen, because the wedding was in Kent. Now, if you're going that far south, you might as well just go a few days early and hop over the channel, mightn't you? And have a few days in Europe. Sur le continent, as they say, eating moule and drinking a lot.
Drinking a lot of beer. So there was a beer snake photo, which seemed to involve about 9 beers.
It was 4 each. It was 4 each, that's all.
Oh, it's each, was it?
4 each.
Yes.
4 each. And that was the only beer I drank, to be fair. Though I did discover a gin that I didn't like.
No, I know.
It's called Ginderella. If it's they've stopped making it now for very good reason. It was disgusting, and apparently this distillery in Ghent decided that they'd take a perfectly good gin and then add things like Japanese knotweed and nettles into it. Now, there's a very good reason why people don't do that. It tasted vile. So there you go. Don't go near it.
Wow.
I know. Very weird.
Anyway, right. Yeah. Yes. Ugh. But the gin that was served at the wedding was fine. It slipped down very nicely.
Perfect. Hendrix, wasn't it? Very nice.
With cucumber.
Yeah. Other gins are available.
Why don't we? So the following day, we will talk about the World Cup the previous weekend. Saints played against Bedford Blues at Goldington Road the following day. I did actually persuade a few people to go to Goldington Road for the first time. Hopefully they had a good time. Seemed like everybody was having a good time, but more of that shortly. And it was a very young team that Saints put out.
Ridiculously young team. Yes. Excuse me, I've got a bit warm. I don't know why it's got warm. I'm having
She's stripping off.
I've stripped off now.
Right.
I'll get cold again in a minute.
A very young team led by Chunya Munga, Captain Chunya Munga. And so I've seen a bit on the... Oh, hello.
We discovered Chunya got hamstring, hadn't he?
Oh, yes.
We chatted to him at the end of the game. Got hamstring. See, proves how fit I am, he said. I've got an hamstring. Oh, you're a forward. You don't have hamstrings.
I think he was trying to persuade us because the ice on his leg. Now, you just put ice on your leg.
No, it's definitely a hamstring, Liz. Definitely, I'm fit. I've got a hamstring. Fool.
Yes. So I've been having a look at the old socials, as you do, to see what the reaction to the game was. And it's like, hello. So some of those lads...
Oh, dear.
It's about the scrum. I was just like, hold on. I'll just, check my glasses. Yeah, okay. Some of those lads are playing their first adult games of rugby. Get over yourselves. Yeah. Ollie Scholar is an England under-20 who has yet to play, well, until Friday, was yet to play for Saints at an adult level. He was so excited before the game. He would have learnt kitloads, and he was facing an Irishman who loves putting it about the place, Mr. Heffernan, ex of this parish.
Yeah.
He held his own. So up your pipe, you lot. Yeah, I mean, it would have been good if those on the socials had actually noted the ages of those who were playing, because we had a lot of teenagers, some of whom I think we've decided are going to be a bit of fun, but more of that in a minute.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
But, guys, when you're watching pre-season games, do have a look down the team sheet and have a look and see, Hoppers must have been so proud on Friday.
I think it was, yeah. Yeah, he was, because he was delighted.
We'll talk about James Pater, we'll talk about Henry Lumley, we'll talk about Eduardo, who's a bit of a character. We had teenagers a go-go across everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes to something when the likes of Toby Tate are, the experienced players in the squad.
Yeah, indeed.
But let's start with
I think what pleased Hoppers and what pleased me as well was the way they played. They were playing. It's the continuation of a bunch of lads playing with their mates and playing with smiles on their faces. And even when things didn't come off, there was never any sneaping, nobody pointing the finger. It's always supportive. It's always sort of, okay, let's get up, let's go again. And I just think that ethos through the club is fantastic and lovely to see. And it was, the lads just played so well, so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll talk about Bedford. For those of you who are, follow the Blues, we will talk a bit about Bedford. But we have to start with one man who was so good to see him grace the field again. Sam Graham.
Yeah.
who's 4 days younger than Mrs. C. Anyway. But Sam just looked like a man who was so pleased to be back out there. He was putting it about the place. He was just having his best time. And I'm so pleased for him because he worked incredibly hard to get back from that horrible injury. And he played really, really well. Yeah. Really well.
He did.
So,
he did.
Well played,
I had a quick chat with him after the game, and he was just saying he was glad to get it done, monkey off his back. He was really nervous beforehand, but it's done now, that half an hour, and it's done, and he's now really ready to face forward and looking forward to, because Robbie and Tom Pearson were there as well, and they're saying Robbie will be back next, and then TP, or the other way around, I can't remember which order, but they're all very excited about returning, so it was good to see.
Very good indeed.
Sammy G, just made my night seeing him play.
He was having fun. I tell you, the other person that continues to impress, and he came on a short-term contract, is Henry Walker.
Yeah.
He came on a short-term contract, and he's just stayed. Obviously we've had a number of critical injuries in the front row, but he's solid. He works really, really hard. He works with his colleagues, and he's very quiet. He's recently got married as well, as has Sam. But, you just think there is a hard-working player who probably isn't going to get the plaudits he deserves, but he hasn't let us down yet, I don't think.
No, and has seized every opportunity with both hands. It strikes
absolutely.
me, and has listened and learnt, and he's done really well.
So who did we
really like seeing?
Who do we really like seeing? In the backs. Tone. We had to see Tone, didn't we, Anthony? Who can't have played on the Goldington Road slope style very often.
Twice because he did it in that open training as well, didn't he?
He got an introduction to it. Training.
Yeah.
And of course, he got the bit of the game where he was playing uphill because Fred decided to rearrange his nose, so we whisked him off. He's not going to take a step back, is he, Tone?
No, he's not.
I think Fred looked a bit shocked when he went after him, and then there was a Dean Adamson was in a bit of a feisty mood as well. What was going on there? But yes, I thought Anthony looked very assured, very very class act. And of the two scrum halves, I think Johnny, well, apparently this is stuck even in commentary. Ben Lawrence was saying that he was actually calling him Johnny Weeman to begin with, and then realised no, it's Johnny Wyman. Douse, you have a lot to answer for.
Oh, Douse, you've got so much to answer for, really. But yes, I thought he played really well when he came on.
Yeah, it looked really, really good. I think Archie was finding his feet a bit, so he'll get back into the swing. So there've been lots of talk about the wingers and the back row.
Yeah,
wingers and back rowers have caused a lot of chatter. If we start with the back row, we've been feeding Finn Brown on red meat for 8 weeks.
I don't know. Oh, he was everywhere. He was so bouncy, wasn't he? Right from the start, really. Yeah. From the warm up, he was just
he was just buzzing around, and Him and Angus were doing their best Tigger impression, not Tick being but very bouncy, very up. And but Finn, I think if we had a politeness award.
Oh yes.
I've never
an awareness of your surroundings award.
Do you want to explain what happened, Mrs. S?
Well, yes. So as ladies and gentlemen, that the bench sort of warms up or does exercise while the game's going on. They do exercises behind the posts, and they were running through the exercises, and in front of Mrs. J, as some action was just about to happen, and Finn Brown realised, to his horror, that he was right in shot and sort of threw himself out of shot and onto the ground, muttering, "So sorry, so sorry."
Jason Civil was like, what the hell's going on?
The look of panic on his face when he realised, it was so sweet. So
yes. Bless him. And then it was like a sort of James Bond role, really, wasn't it? You know.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Drop and roll.
Yes. So I thought Finn was well up for it and actually was very, very effective. Both teams, and particularly the back rows, were smashing each other to bits.
It was no holds barred there, was it?
You know, it was the bones were crunching. It was yes. I think if that had been a TV, I mean, obviously it was on TV, but one with a TMO truck, I think we'd have had a few visits to the truck because there was an awful lot of naughtiness going on. And Craig Maxwell Keys was trying to keep the game flowing, but the players were not really helping him.
Not a lot, no.
No, not a lot. I think well done.
I thought it was. You could see the two teams who play in a very similar way. Not surprisingly, you know, you can see where the cross pollination of the coaches had come in, and it was fascinating to watch Bedford being able to read our moves like nobody else because they do the similar things. But it was great fun to watch, and I think they were hitting each other harder because of that. Actually, you know, the way you can do with family. It was
yes, it's like brothers beating each other up. So I think Tom Price, who was the fly half for Bedford Blues and won Bedford Blues Player of the Match, rightly won it because he was very effective. Will Maisie was the starting 10 the previous week, but Will was at a wedding, so Tom came into play. So I think it was his first start at 10. Okay. I think he played very well. Yeah. And Alex Day was his usual, absolutely assured self. I think the midfield at Bedford is still learning each other. Saints could pick them off a bit too easy. And they weren't. What struck me about Bedford was I'd watched them play Cornish Pirates the previous week, where they went down to Cornwall and effectively laid waste to Cornish Pirates. Yeah. Scoreline flattered Pirates because there were a couple of late tries when the game was won.
Right at the end, yeah.
Right at the very end. And I think I think Bedford went away from that game plan. I think the players did. I don't think Mike Rare probably did, but they were so hell-bent on smashing everybody, they forgot to play the game plan that they played in Cornwall. And I think they could have given Saints much more trouble if they'd stuck with that game plan.
Yeah.
What do I know? I'm not a coach. Anyway, it was a fantastic battle of two sides. Now, the wingers. Oh, and Angus Scott Young, that man just is having the time of his life.
Yeah, how much do we love him? Just charging around like a Tasmanian devil, I suppose.
He was great. He was really, really good, and he plays with a smile on his face, and he's just loving it, and it's great to see. Now, wingers. Loads to chatter about Amena, whose surname I think it's Cockasau, but I'm going to find out probably what it is. Amena, who came down from Glasgow Warriors. Ironically, he's still early 20s, 21, 22, so very early in his career. Yeah. We're treating him like he's an old man because of the academy lads. We also had Tom Rowe, who is a trialist who's with us, and we had James Martin, who has joined us from Coventry.
Not the chef.
James
Martin, not the chef.
James Martin, not the chef. And then last but not least, we had Eduardo Tadaro on the wing. So there was lots to talk about Amena and Tom, and I think they did actually play really, really well. They made some fantastic breaks in the second half, but person that I actually thought was the most impressive was James Martin.
Yeah.
I thought he really confused the Bedford back line. He was coming at all sorts of. So his playing lines were fantastic, and he got 2 tries. So he got 2 tries, or he created a try and scored a try. I can't remember which, but he was playing really, really well. Yeah. And you love our Italian, don't you, Liz?
I do. I just think he looks so much fun. He's just a little bouncy pocket rocket. I just think he just looks like so much fun. I'm looking forward to getting to know him. And just whilst we're on the backs as well, young James Pater always played there,
God, he is good. Him and of course we've missed Lumley. Yeah. But James Pater scored 2 cracking tries. Seeing the space. I mean, doing what Vesti demands they do all the time. That first try with that arcing one, lovely pass from Tone out to James, and away he went. I completely missed it, by the way. The wrong camera in the end. But anyway, well, I got him lying on the ground, but that's not really the point. I did get a nice try celebration, which clearly the club liked because they've used it everywhere, including the highlights package. You're right. James Pater, class act, and still a teenager. Let's just remember this, folks. He's a teenager.
So he was part of the under-18 winning squad at the end of last season.
Yes, and
let that sink in,
Gloucester,
ladies and gentlemen.
He and Henry Lumley played at Gloucester because we were really down to the last, knockings with the backs that we had available, and the 2 of them played very creditably. But a summer with Vesti and S&C and all the both of them have come on beautifully.
Leaps and bounds, yeah.
So I think, it was great, and I think both teams would have got something out of it. I think Bedford would have hoped to have won it, but it was a good after. Now, what we have to say is congratulations to everybody who went.
Yeah,
a huge crowd, just under 5,000 were there, enthusiastically supporting their team. And it was great atmosphere, great game. Well done for Bedford for putting on. There were lots of extra food trucks. There were lots of extra everything. We obviously had the ceremony before the game to remember Lieutenant Colonel Edgar Mobbs, who, of course, the match is named after. And we were saying before, we think moving the Mobbs Memorial game to its new slot in pre-season has clearly worked, because people have really got behind it. Playing it on an obscure Tuesday evening in the rain wasn't really working. The 2 teams have clearly embraced it, and it's part of their development towards the season. So it's working really nicely, I think.
There's a super atmosphere there, I thought. Really good. Nice to see so many of the Mobbs family, great nephews and the like there.
Yes, and the cup was duly presented at the end. So yes,
so they found it in the end. Then
it wasn't lost. Sherpa 2 was confused. It was next to the Prem Trophy in the trophy cabinet. So I don't know what.
Yeah.
Anyway, it turned up with this.
Just to Saints supporters, could you actually read up on the protocol of how long our internationals have to have resting before we can play them? Because we're never going to field the Lions or even our English internationals in the Mobbs game when they've been on summer tour. Just get over yourselves. Enjoy looking at the future.
We can actually say, look, here they are. They're back today. There you go.
Today.
There's young Finn. And that's their first day back at work. So, come on, guys. Seriously, understanding your sport is, really important, because you're never going to play, as you say, a Lion against Saints, not unless it's against Bedford even, because they're in return to play mode now, we didn't see Courtney Laws in the tail end of his career playing mobs matches. He did play against Bedford in pre-season. There's some famous footage of him flattening somebody, as usual. But no, we will talk about the Lions in a bit. But it was a great evening. I did talk to Gareth Aldred afterwards. He was very, very pleased, as was Sherpa 2. Well, Sherpa 2 had got over actually delivering the game. I think they realised that it'd been a cracking evening. Sam Roberts, who was doing the PA, did a great job, made everybody feel welcome. And it's a cracking evening out on a Friday evening at Goldington Road. It worked really, really well. It also meant that I think the TV company that will be covering the Champ this season could try out its camera angles. So you might have seen, I mean, if those of you watching and weren't, or have watched the highlights or have watched the game back or were watching live, there were actually several cameras. It wasn't just from the gantry. So, so proper broadcast. James Burridge and his cameraman. Well, he was there filming for Look East. Who'd have thought? So it was a packed evening, lots to talk about, and it was a great event.
Whilst we're on about the media,
I think there is
Mr. Graham McKechnie was there as well.
Yes,
interviewing.
He was.
Who was he interviewing exactly at the end of the game?
Well, initially he was interviewing Douse. I gave him a bit of stick because he was suited and booted, because of course he was doing some mobs things beforehand in the tent with the glitterati of Bedford and Northampton. So he was all suited and booted, and he interviews Douse to begin with, and then you were kindly. I think it was the IT department, aka Sherpa 6, was carrying the big lens.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was too heavy for me to carry.
It's a big lens.
As big as me. Yeah.
And we both witnessed Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Graham did actually see him sneak on, but I didn't. Call Tom Matt. Mr. Dependable was called Matt.
By Graham.
Shameful.
Yeah.
Shameful. Yeah. I think I know what the photograph on this, actually. I've decided the photograph that's going to be the advert for this pod. It's going to be Graham telling himself off whilst Liz Tyler is falling about laughing and Tom is smiling. Well, he's sort of, the gritted teeth.
Was funny.
It was very funny. It was very, very funny. Yes. So, but the other thing we haven't mentioned was, didn't they look smart in the gold shirt?
In gold. Yeah.
Underneath
Did
the
you
lights?
see? There was an exchange on one of the socials between the media department and a supporter who was saying about, it's yet to be cinch saints and banging on about this, that and the other because of the yellow away kit. And the media department replied with, well, we wouldn't be where we are without sponsors. We have to do it. And it's sort of... And then, P.S., it's not yellow, it's gold.
Yes, that's what we want. Well done.
Yeah. Proper burn at the end, it was. Really good.
And it looked really, really good.
I liked it. Won't be wearing it myself, but...
Yeah, well, I was wearing it, and it's gone through the wash, so it's ready for Friday.
Good.
I like the fact that it's got the cross pattern across it.
In the weave.
The weave of it, and then, actually... I'm going to be naughty in a minute. And then there are certain points where there are slightly darker crosses in gold further lower down. For all those who are a little concerned about that thing on their chest, I hate to mention it, but the home shirt also has the cross in the weave. So even if you have done something to potentially appear
Badge. Yeah, you've still
on
got
the
it everywhere.
badge, you haven't got rid of it because it's actually woven through your shirt.
Yes. Oh, dear me. Dear me.
Yes.
Yes. Let it go. Let it go.
Yes. Let it go. But
let it lie, Bob. Let it lie.
Yeah. But it looked very, very smart. As did the excellent, and we talked about it before, excellent Bedford Blues home shirt, which really does look very smart. That retro stripe looked really, really good. And with the gold and the blue in the photographs, it looks absolutely cracking. In fact, the person who was most underdressed was Central Milton Keynes, was Craig Maxwell Keyes. I mean, what's this white shirt nonsense? Seriously.
Yeah, lack of imagination.
Yeah.
Lack of imagination there.
Yeah. So, anyway, but no, both teams looked incredibly smart on Friday, and well done to the designers, whoever they are. I'm sure both media teams will be very pleased with all their cutouts and GIFs and stuff they have to do. Also,
the Bedford away kit is to be unveiled
soon.
in a couple of weeks as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they're going to play in it for the Ampthill game.
Yeah.
The Battle of Bedfordshire game, which is in a couple of weeks' time.
Indeed it is.
Congratulations to Sherpa too, because he's got a new toy.
Has he?
Yeah. He's got a big screen.
Oh, yes, the big screen. There was a screen, yeah.
Yeah, big screen. He set me the challenge, which is a bit hard actually, because particularly in a night game, because he wants me to Photoshop it in such a way that you can see. There's a few photographs where Tone is kicking off, because I'm always doing Saints attack, and in the background you've got the Bedford Blues crest and the Saints crest, but because anyway, it's a bit bright, so he wants me to turn it down. So I've got to do a bit of photoshopping this afternoon when we've done the pod.
Got to tone it down. Have you
tone it down? Yes. Here every week.
This one's it's gonna give every week, isn't it? It's gonna get in there every week.
Andy's got a lot to answer for. Anyway, yeah. Oh, actually, yes. Laura listens. Mrs. Hendy listens on her dog walk.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Dog walk.
Yeah. We've got a lot of dog walkers. We've got a lot of people who listen in the office and then pretend not to. We've got some who listen on the train. But you have the best one, don't you, Mrs. S?
I did. Yes, after the end of the live game, I was talking to Andy and Chris. Was it? I'm sorry if I've forgotten your names. I was overexcited by then. And they say they listen going to work because they have to go to work up in Tiger Country. So they listen to us, and that sets them up to deal with boisterous figures. So that's good. So, any words of wisdom you want, lads, just let us know and we'll G you up there. So, we haven't awarded a Ladies Wot Pod player of the match or the Sergeant Wilson.
All the Sergeant Wilson. So, the Ladies Wot Pod player of the match. Now, both teams, ironically, could be part of this because we could. And yes, that's the other thing, Saints supporters do recognise who's playing for the opposition, who's in the Saints Academy, Billy Pascoe, Sonny Tongaweer. How many people did it take to tackle Sonny Tongaweer?
I know, yeah.
I mean, he was making progress. It was like, okay, you can turn me round, but I'll just run backwards up the hill.
I hope he's going to really hit his stride this year.
Yeah. I mean,
he looked very promising.
He's putting it about the piece, but yes. So Ladies Wot Pod player of the match. Who are you going for, Mrs. S? Who are the candidates?
Well, I've got loads, to be honest, because they kept swapping in and out. But I'm actually thinking number 15. That's how I'm thinking. James Pater.
James Pater. Yeah, I'm with you there. I think we have to give a shout out to Finn Brown, because you can't,
Yeah.
Can't run around like that. Johnny Wyman, Mr. Dowson. Johnny Wyman absolutely deserves a shout out. I think James Martin also deserves.
Not the chef. Definitely. Yeah.
Amena and
he
Tom
was on my list. He was on my list.
Yeah.
But
I agree with you. I mean, Sammy G absolutely played brilliantly, but I think recognition of how big this game was. It's only his second in a second game of adult rugby. Let's be clear here.
Indeed.
I think you're absolutely right. I think James Pater is the Ladies Wot Pod player of the match.
First one of the season.
First one of the season. Well done. A Sergeant Wilson Award. Oh, no, I'm actually going to pull forward a little bit of lightning news, because we've got a sort of anti-Sergeant Wilson Award discussion in a minute. But
yes, we have.
It's very
Sergeant
funny.
Wilson Award.
At the time, I imagine the player concerned didn't find it funny, but it is very funny. So who?
I think he's won this award every time he's been skipper.
Yeah.
And he's won it again, because the way he skippers. I mean, he is so delightful and polite and charming, even to us two old biddies. So,
and he's got a hamstring, apparently.
And he's got a hamstring, allegedly. I'm still not convinced.
No, you're a fool, Chunya.
Anyway, but Chunya gets our Sergeant Wilson Award because he just is terribly polite.
Terribly polite. Mr. Dowson did make a bid for it by being
an early bid, a very early bid,
by being very polite as the refereeing team wandered past.
Effusive, almost, when the refereeing team.
Hand on top of the handshake.
Yeah.
No, you're not winning it. So.
Got to try harder, Dowse.
Got to try a lot harder than Dowse. And certainly when you were playing, you wouldn't have won it. Anyway.
Oh, no. Oh, dear me.
Right. Saturday. I'm going to do a sort of little early talk about Lightning. Saturday, Lightning played Saracens, and we'll talk about it. It was a difficult game. And clearly,
it is next on our list. To be fair,
it is next on our list. We wouldn't normally start with the Sergeant Wilson Award, but it was just so funny what happened. As I say, I don't think the player concerned or Nathan at the time would have found it funny, but thinking about it. So, Lightning hadn't had many breaks, and they broke. Basically, Lucia Scott and Ellen Scantlebury broke down the left wing, and it was a fantastic move and should have resulted in a Lightning try if Saracens hadn't killed the ball by going in at the side again. And it was one of many penalties that the referee this is the thing, he didn't give the penalty, he gave a scrum to Saracens. At which point, Miss Scantlebury lost it. She just had enough. It was one of those afternoons where she'd reached her tipping point and she tipped. So words were uttered towards the referee. Now, we don't condone. That's why we have a Sergeant Wilson Award. We don't condone, anything backchat to the referee. So he marched her back and the rest of the team back 10 metres. Ellen clearly was so incensed, she kept going. Oh, that's right. No, sorry. The first thing he did was he converted the scrum into a penalty, and actually did the look. I'm doing this for back chat. So he actually gave the hand signal, for back chat. But she kept going. She was so angry about what had happened.
Either that or Sooty without his clothes on. I'm not sure.
Oh, a naked Sooty on a Saturday afternoon. That's a bit. Avert your eyes, children. So she was so fed up, she kept going. So he marched her back, and the rest of the Lightning team back 10. Nathan must have been, wondering what the hell was going on by now. No, Ellen was not to be stopped.
Ah, dear.
So the yellow card came out.
So
in 15 seconds, we'd gone from a 5-metre scrum
down to
be
10 metres back and 14 players.
And down to 14.
It does remind me of Grumpy Matt Carley and was it Matt Carley? And Danny Kerr at our place one year when he sent him off.
I can turn it into a red, yes.
Yeah.
You get a yellow card.
Turn it to a red scrum half, come back. I haven't sent you off yet. Come back so I can send you off. Otherwise it's going to be a red. It was one of the funniest, that was. Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, I was trying not to laugh because it was very unfortunate because they had killed the ball. I mean, seriously, give them a break.
We're already
so Ellen just sort of literally just went for it. She'd had enough, Anyway, Lightning have been in. We ought to talk about Lightning. They have been in the PWR, the Cup, as it's called. They had a very convincing win against Tigers. Stuffed the Tigers the previous week, and it was a very, very good win. So well done for that. I didn't go because I didn't go. I was, in the build-up to, trying to have a weekend off before the onslaught. And this week they played Saracens. Now, if you read the match report, Nathan's being as polite as he can be, but it was a stacked Saracen side. Obviously, they've got quite a few players at the World Cup, but they have quite a few experienced players back in, London. And, when the likes of Poppy Cleal are playing at 8, you think, what? This is supposed to be a development competition. Yeah. So in some senses, the Lightning girls will have learnt a lot from Saracens, particularly how to be streetwise. You know what I mean? And so they will have learnt a lot. There were 2 lovely tries scored, and fortunately I got both of them. Otherwise, I've been sat there for 2 hours and not got that. Dr. Jones, when you go to the university, and you go, they do have a little entrance to get. It's not really a ground. It's just they put little fences around the outside of it. But when you go through the gate, you get a little star stamped on your hand. So, so the IT department had a star on his hand. He was quite taken with it. So he stood behind me basically the entire game. We were nattering throughout, and particularly when that incident happened. So, it was a good crowd. It was an okay crowd. Not as big, I have to say, the Sale game that I went to, there were a lot of people there from both teams. Not quite so many this week, but it was good to see a good turnout. It's lovely to see the mums and dads. So, Grace Clifford's family were there en masse. There were lots of others there. It was really lovely to see that. And, Grace had a good game. Oh, good. Yes. Basically, it was like, right, I'm fed up with this. I'm just going to put the ball under my arm and I'm going to go running through space. And anybody who wants to tackle me, fill your boots, but I'm not going to be stopped. Oh, my God, she made metre after metre after metre.
Really?
In the loose, she is really, really coming on. So, I witnessed a technical discussion between her and Nathan when they were doing the scrummaging practice, where it reminded me of Matt Ferguson talking about hip angles, and I was like, yes. Yeah, and Grace was going, so if I do that and turn my hip like that, I'm thinking, ooh, yeah. No, so Grace played, really, really well. Again, Leah Green. How young is Leah Green? And Lightning. We've got the likes of Helena Rowland and Helen Nelson to come back. So there's a lot of depth of talent. Bo Westcombe Evans is back from injury.
Excellent.
Yeah, running around. Didn't play the full game, but not surprisingly. But she's back, which is great to see. Daisy stood down because she took a bang. She'd been, as we said before, she was training on the live pod. She was training with England. She took a bang. So for safety purposes, because obviously they wanted to start the Prem, she's going to sit out the Cup and get ready for the Prem, which meant that Carmela Morrill captained again. And she'll have learned loads from that. But Daisy was coaching. So the back rowers and the locks were getting Daisy coaching, which was great to see. And Lucia Scott. Remember we talked about Lucia because she couldn't play for Scotland because she'd broken her hand. No, she'd managed to break both of them.
How had she done that?
She must have landed on her hands. You know when you put your hands down to
put your hands down,
some little bone. Obviously, fit enough to play on Saturday. She can't have enjoyed that experience. It was a difficult afternoon. She looked a bit cross when I took her debut photo. It's like, do I really need to do this? Yes, you do. And poor Will had to interview her, so that must have been interesting. But they will have learnt loads, and I think it'd be interesting to see how they get on when they go to Bristol next week. So it was great to see. I mean, the likes of Lucy Callandine are doing really, really well in the front row. Isla Kirby, who had a horrible injury against Exeter, scored an absolutely belting try. If you get a chance, ladies and gentlemen, do go and have a look at the highlights of Isla's try, because props shouldn't score from that far out. I thought she was going to do it again on Saturday, but she's really coming back into form again. And CB, our dear friend Christine CB, has some news.
Yeah. She does have some news. Yeah, she's going back into the Scotland squad.
Yeah.
And called up. Summoned
by Scotland. So she will be, she'll be heading off to Ashton Gate, because that's where the quarterfinal's being played against England. So well done, CB. You got the call up that you were really keen to have. And it's going to be lovely to see her in, I don't know what colour she's going to be playing in, actually. She's going to be playing in Scotland blue.
Whatever colour.
And England are playing in white. That would make sense, but you never know with these games. But anyway.
Playing with the thistle. Playing for the thistle.
Playing for the thistle. Yeah, so well done, CB. Great to see you back. It was a lot to not very many on Saturday, but I must admit, I enjoyed my little trips to the university. I'm not going to get to do them very often, but no, I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Good.
So, should we talk about the World Cup?
Yes, let's talk about the World Cup. Where should we start? Should we start with the Red Roses?
Well, they're through.
And they're through, and I managed to get last-minute tickets for the Samoa game, and we got very posh tickets. We were in the padded seats up towards the back. I was looking along. I thought, that's Conor O'Shea and Bill Sweeney, and various other vaguely familiar people. And then along my row was Deborah Griffin, president of the RFU. So it was a bit boring. England were like 9 million to not a lot up at this point. So I sidled along and had a quick chat with Deborah, and we reminisced about that game we played in together, and basically women's rugby and it's our part in rugby and everything in a short period of time. So I will be in touch with Deborah. I took a photograph. We took photographs of us with each other. So and then I mean, this is how and who was she sitting next to this week? Princess of Wales.
Yeah. So from Liz to the Princess of Wales. And
so, along like that old song, I danced with a man who danced with a girl who danced with the Prince of Wales. It's like that, really. Very much like that. I feel.
Yes, it would be great to have. We're going to try, ladies and gentlemen. We can't guarantee, but you're going to try and press the flesh and see if we can get Deborah to come and have a chat about women's rugby. Because now I owe Liz an apology because I wrote on my script for the live show that 1978 game and then completely ignored it because, of course, you played fullback with Deborah. And that famous game in 1978, which is referred to as one of the first games of, I don't know what it's regarded as one of the first games of organised.
I think it's and I think it's because there had been other games beforehand, but I think because it was kind of the springboard then for Deborah and a group of women to take it forward, and it then just grew and grew and grew. And Deborah obviously was involved in the first Women's World Cup and has been such. So that's why it's getting so much attention, because there were other games before then, but they kind of fizzled out.
They didn't lead to anything, whereas that game
starting point of her career.
So well done, Liz. You and one of the founding, I'm going to say, mothers of English Red Rose Rugby.
Grandmothers now, surely.
Yes. So hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, at some point we'll get hold of them, see if we can get the president of the RFU to come on the pod, because that would be just outstanding.
It would be fun, wouldn't it?
Plans that we're trying to make happen in a very Claire and Liz kind of way. But so the Red Roses were convincing winners against Samoa. And I love the cheer when Samoa got their penalty. I thought that was delightful.
Oh, yeah. We were all, every single one. Everybody in the stadium was willing Samoa to score a try. Yeah. Except for possibly the very loud woman behind us that we moved sideways to avoid, who just seemed to have lost all sense of sportsmanship. But yeah, but I think
no, we don't need that behaviour. No, I also love the dancing. So seeing,
and the Samoan captain. Oh my God, I loved her hair. Her hair was awesome.
Oh, yeah, just outstanding. It was the spirit of rugby. It was brilliant.
It was.
And the gardens look fabulous. And so, Samoa have been a bit like Fiji, have been one of the sort of smiley points of. We'll talk about Fiji in a minute.
And Brazil.
And Brazil. Well. Brazil and Spain. Yeah, absolutely. They've all brought something to the tournament. The Red Roses, convincing winners, went on to play Australia this weekend. Oh my Lord! Yes. They need some WD-40, I think. Something went slightly awry. I felt sorry for Australia because they played a lot of rugby for not much reward. And yes,
I think it will have done England a power of good, actually. I think it will have done them going forward more good than another easy win.
Yeah. So they will, John Mitchell look, like, what the hell? And so he will have... He will. I'm sure the trip to Ashton Gate will be interesting. Scotland, meanwhile, played 2 games. Likewise, it was where was it?
Fiji.
Yes, Fiji. Where I did drop a message to Helen Nelson. She said, "Oh, that was hard," because it did look. They were big.
Yeah, very, very physical.
Like Finn Smith, Helen is not backwards in the tackle, so she was dealing with some heavy traffic, so she'll have been a bit battered. But they won through a good game of rugby, and then they played Canada, who are looking very, very good indeed. They'd already made the quarterfinals, so. But it would, it's great to see, and we're going to have a bit of a match-up next week, aren't we? England.
We are. That's a lot of friends playing against each other, isn't
it? I know.
Next week.
Yeah. Asadia Kabea even made reference to it in her interviews. I think I'm going to be playing against a lot of my mates.
Yeah. Thought she was outstanding.
I thought Asadia is getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
She really is. I'm really impressed how she's got stuck in. But yes,
well, that raw talent that you could see at Lightning is just getting polished up all the time now, isn't it? It's just,
and you can see the same development in Lily Ives Campion as well. You can see that same path that she's following. That her game is developing all the time. So I think John Mitchell and Sarah Hunter and co are going to have a busy week because they've got a quarter final to get through. I was a bit disappointed in South Africa yesterday. I was hoping for a bit of a, after what we saw when they played the Gardens. What was going on there? I mean, it didn't help that they got a 20-minute red card, but even before, it's like
the French were electric, though, weren't they? They're runners.
And they've had a bit of a bumpy ride into the World Cup, so they are coming good at.
I think they're sneaking in under the radar. They're the French are ones to watch, to be honest. It's, because that is quite a strong South African side for all that. They beat Italy. They weren't expected to beat Italy, but they did, and they've got some very talented players.
Yeah,
very talented.
Yes.
They're number 9, very good.
Yeah,
Roos. I think she is. She looked very good. Yeah.
No, excellent. And congratulations to Fiji. Not so good for Wales, but Fiji beat Wales in the celebrations. I love their light blue shirts that Fiji are wearing. Taken from the flag, obviously. Yes. So, Wales have had a tough World Cup, but well done to Fiji. And well done to the United States. I mean, I know they've got 38 contracted players, which is more than England. But they came away with a win, a draw, and 1 loss, and still didn't qualify for the quarterfinals. So well done to the States. So I think it's been a good World Cup. Expanding it to 16 teams has actually done it a power of good.
And I think it's Northampton, the town and the club has embraced it big time. It seems to have. I had to drop something off at the Gardens this morning. It's chaos as they're deconstructing the World Cup Stadium to get it back to being Cinch Stadium, Franklin's Gardens.
Yeah.
It is mental. I had to have a discussion with the security guard,
which I overheard because you were talking to me on the old Bluetooth, and yes, he was 3 minutes.
I think I ran over a bit, but it wasn't much. And he explained to somebody else, "Oh no, she's just dropping something off. She's not going to be long." And I wasn't. It was literally, "Hi, Nikki, here you are," hurling things into reception and out again. I've got to go before the security guard has a meltdown.
Excellent. So Towcester Under 11s.
Towcester Under 11s. Yeah, they're back. They did a bit of Wednesday night pre-season training, and then we're back up at Towcestrians yesterday morning, because it's Monday today. So yesterday morning, and it was glorious weather, and the place was teeming with small children and slightly bigger children running around. And which the Tows have hosted the Irish girls and the French girls, I think, and Fiji turned up as well because they should have been somewhere else, but wherever they should have been had failed a pitch inspection. So Tows have had a big part to play in the Women's World Cup as well.
Excellent. Well done, Towcester.
It was over to the kids on Sunday, and yes, and Harry has dutifully furnished us with a report. Take it away, Harry.
So today was our first training session back after 20 weeks, and almost 20 weeks, and we did some tackling drills, passing drills, and just some pace drills. And we got into a few one contact game each, and we scored 1 try, and it was from me when we got the ball. I ran from one end of the pitch to the other end, scored the try, and that's how we scored our try.
Did you dodge anyone trying to tackle you?
I dodged a bunch of people trying to tackle me, and it was all quite fun and good.
And are you happy to be back and looking forward to the season?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the season. Being back is going to be fun.
Thank you.
Hey, Harry.
He hasn't lost it,
And
has
I have to say, his try was amazing. I mean, I don't know whether it was the fear of being tackled that added wings to his feet, but he jinxed out of a tackle and sort of shimmied away from another tackler and then just ran. And I don't know where this turn of speed came from. Ran, and I said to him afterwards, I said, well, Mitch would have been proud of that try. Or Fremo, anybody, to be honest, anybody on any level, it was a good try. So he was very chuffed, and he was getting very involved with the game as well, which was nice to see.
Brilliant.
Still not exactly a big tackler, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yes, we'll get there. So well done, Harry, and he hasn't lost it on the old reporting front. So well done, top work.
No.
So it's a busy week. Obviously, the Gardens, as you say, is being taken apart, ready for the Exeter game on the 28th. But Saints are on their travels again. We're off to Glasgow.
Yeah.
Please don't let it rain like it did last time. That would not be very kind.
Oh, that was wet.
Still, the bit that still got me, having drowned on the captain's run on the...
I know what you're going to say.
Was when Tom Lockett and Mooney decided to try and persuade me that the weather had improved on the Friday. It's like, where?
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yes. So we're off to Glasgow. Be interesting to see who we play this week. I get the feeling that we a few more of the senior players. Stand down, everybody, about Lions and all that old nanas. Yeah, we're still not going to see, but we are going to see some of the newbies. Well, I don't know who we're going to see because I don't pick the team. But if I were to guess, we're going to see, the likes of Callum Chicky's going to make an appearance somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think we'll be building up to it's going to be a stronger side, I suspect, than we put out against Bedford, because it's got to be, because these are now the pre-season proper games, aren't they?
And then we'll come back down the other side again, because when we play Saracens in the Premiership Rugby Cup, it's supposed to, I think the PWR Cup is anything to go by, but anyway, it's supposed to be a development, so we'll see some of the youngsters back out again. If
you recall, 3 years ago today was the day we were due to play Saracens in the Cup.
Yes.
And we didn't, because the Queen, God bless her, chose to shuffle off this mortal coil. But the team that Saracens they were treating it like a pre-season game, because their team was...
Oh, yeah, we had Jamie George and we had
and everybody.
Alex Lazette.
Yeah, Benno.
They had a full-on squad they were putting out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we looked at it and thought, hold on a minute, because at the time, how's that going to work? And then, of course, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because all sport was stopped in a mark of respect to the Queen. And
we went for a curry as a mark of respect for the Queen, didn't we?
We did. We raised a glass. So, we raised a glass to Her Majesty. And we beat them.
We did.
When we played them later, because they didn't play, unsurprisingly. Yeah. They didn't play the big guns. That was stupid. I mean, classic. Anyway. So, I think we'll at Glasgow. I think we'll see some more of the senior guys. And please play Mr. Fischetti. Please play Mr. Fischetti. Please play Mr. Fischetti.
Yes, please. I did think he looked a bit confused as to what was going on at the Bedford game.
I didn't see him.
He was wandering around with some of the other lads. You can see that. I don't understand what is happening here. It's East Midlands. You've got to get used to it. East Midlands.
Yeah, they're welcome to our world. Yeah. So training tomorrow. I should be on pitch 2.
Very good.
I imagine the protocols still apply that I've got to go through the other game. park in the other
probably.
car park, and all that old bananas. And so yes, so I'll be doing training tomorrow, and all those of you who are listening, it may even be today because it depends when I edit this video. And then we're off to Glasgow, which the IT department is very pleased about because we're doing some research, which would have meant we wanted a long weekend in Glasgow anyway. So favourite restaurant on Saturday. It's going to be a nice weekend.
Very good.
Yes, and then Lightning are off to Bristol. I don't think Blues are playing this week. I may be doing something in preparation for the Ampthill game for Shepherd 2, but he hasn't told me what yet, so we'll find out shortly. And Lightning are off to Bristol in the final round so far of the PWR, the Cup, as they're calling it. So a busy week, but we're really off and running now, aren't we?
We are. It feels like it's getting back to normal, back to stuff. So when do we have to make sure we have lengthy pods? When are the horses back in? I wonder.
I don't know. We've got an intermediate one this afternoon because it looks like it's around just over the hour. So
Oh, that'll be all right.
But they'll be all right. Yeah. I think we're all right with the horses. Keep telling us where you're listening. If you listen to somewhere, like you've got a rowing boat that you go fishing in, listening to us on the, listening to the pod. Do let us know. Welcome to everybody who's new. I've had a few people saying I've only just discovered you. Where have you been? But anyway, it's lovely.
Welcome.
I do like it when you come and say hello. Watch out. It is likely in the future that Liz will be armed with a GoPro.
Yeah.
The GoPro will be making more of an appearance. Feedback is that they like us nattering to each other during the game. So Liz may be visiting me for a chat.
Quiet times during the game.
When
it's stressful. When it's stressful,
and she's doing that loo break, we might be,
I won't be taking. It's all right. I will not be taking the GoPro to the loo break. That's.
No. We get X-rated, and that we don't want that. No. That's inappropriate. Yes. And so I think that's episode 7.
It's a wrap. Series 2.
Series 2, episode 7. So have a lovely week, everybody. And
have a grand week, and we will see you soon.
See you soon for more saintly stuff. Bye. Where's my button gone?